What's going on, my broskies? My name is Toadskii and I'm back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. And in this video we are going to be going through yet another Legend concept video. So it has been a while since I've actually uploaded one of these, and for this particular video, I wanted to go ahead and make a character that was going to help one of the classes in One Piece Treasure Cruise, because at this current time, as of me recording this video, this particular class is probably one of the worst in the game in terms of what they're able to do. Some of the units in this specific class are actually pretty good, but the class as a whole isn't really that good, and they really need a strong, dedicated captain to enable them to become a lot better. So hopefully this concept is able to do that. So we're going to be making a concept on a V2 Cavendish, not a 6+ to his original, but a V2 Cavendish that will directly support the Slasher class in One Piece Treasure Cruise. So hopefully you guys do go on to enjoy this video. Once again, this specific artwork is found from an old One Piece game called One Piece Adventure Log, in case if any of you guys were wondering about that. But anyways, without further ado, let's go ahead and get straight into the video. So I'd like to introduce you guys to my concept of a V2 Cavendish, which does include Hakuba, his possessed demon soul, which I think is definitely a character that a lot of people would have liked to have seen a little bit more integrated with his original 6-star form. You never know, with his 6+, he might get a little bit more Hakuba integration, but with this specific concept, it does directly have half of Cavendish and half of Hakuba, and we'll go through exactly what he does in a little bit. But first of all, let's actually just break down his statistics and stuff. So he's a Psi/Slasher driven character, and at max level at level 99 with his limit break, 3,250 HP, 1788 attack, and 323 recovery. And you can see that for his potential abilities, he actually has the int damage reduction, slot bind reduction, and also pinch healing, which is actually pretty important as we'll go through his captain effect. His special maxes at 9 turns, but we'll go ahead and get into that. But now that we've gone through his basic overview, let's go ahead and start breaking down his captain ability. So V2 Cavendish's captain ability will go ahead and reduce the special charge time by 1 turn at the start of the adventure. He then will also go ahead and state that if you have one of every color on your crew, he will boost Slasher character's attack by 3.25. So there is quite a drawback there. You have to have one of every color to get the full boost of Cavendish, but you'll see why that's going to be important, because he does have quite a lot of drawbacks, but he is extremely powerful. So you need to have all the colors to get 3.25 times attack, and then he'll make Slasher characters' non-matching slots have matching slot effects. So with this guy as your captain, none of your Slashers will ever get a negative orb, unless of course it is a block orb. So that's actually pretty nice. You get more matching orbs just naturally, and obviously you'll have characters on your crew that will enable you to get some more matching orbs here and there as well for your Slasher characters. And on top of this, he recovers 2 times his recovery at the end of each turn. And then, after 3 turns, he will transform into Hakuba. This is a captain action that you cannot actually activate. He'll actually go ahead and activate it by himself. So, after 3 turns, he transforms into Hakuba. And then when he transforms, it will state that he has a new captain ability that will be, if you have one of every color on your crew, he will boost Slasher's attack by 4 times. And then he'll make all type slots on Slasher characters have matching slot effects. But as the drawback to this, he will increase damage taken by 1.4 times and reduce your crew's HP by 5% at the end of each turn. So even though you get a massive attack boost and lots of matching orbs, you do get a lot of damage taken, and you are going to be losing a lot of health very, very quickly. However, the way to get out of the Hakuba form, because I know a lot of people are going to struggle, being in Hakuba, losing so much health, and you don't really want to be taking any hits. After you tap perfect 3 times in a row with this character, it doesn't have to be in a row, just after 3 perfects with this character, he will disable his Hakuba form and transform back into his regular form. But then once again, after 3 turns, he'll become Hakuba once again. But the great thing about this is that when you do transform back into his regular form, you get the recovery at the end of each turn. So if you're running double Cavendish, you get lots and lots of recovery back, especially with auto heal as well. So that's going to be one of the good things about him, is that you can just recover a lot once you are back to your normal normal form, and then once you transform into Hakuba, you'll start losing your HP again, and you keep going back and forth between Cavendish and Hakuba, and that's the whole theory of this, is just you keep going back and forth. When you're in your regular form, you don't have as much damage output. 3.25 is still passable, but you get a lot of matching orbs, of course, because the negative orbs will be counting as matching, and also you get the recovery. But then when you do transform into Hakuba, you're dealing a crap ton of damage. You essentially have nearly a full board of matching orbs naturally, but you will be taking a lot of damage. And that's also part of the fact why I wanted to reduce the special charge time at the start of the quest, because I know that if you are going to be running this character, you typically don't want to be staying in the dungeon that long. You want to be trying to kill the dungeon as quick as possible, so you do not have to take too much HP. So this is why I've gone ahead and allowed him to reduce cooldown at the start of the quest, and that's why his cooldown is so low, and his special will actually go ahead and enable teams to be run a little bit quicker as well. And let's go ahead and break down his special ability right now. V2 Cavendish's special ability will start off at a 9-turn cooldown. This is with max special and max limit break, and what he does is that he'll go ahead and change all slasher characters slots randomly, including block slots, into type slots. So this is going to be quite nice, because what you want to be doing is activating this special when you are in the Hakuba form, because all type slots will be counted as beneficial for your slasher characters. So this is where you can activate the special, get a full board of orbs, which will be counted as beneficial. He then reduces the special charge time of slasher characters specifically by 2 turns, which enables them to run this, type of content a lot quicker. And if you activate the special and there is an enemy on the enemy side of the field that has a barrier, any type of barrier, he boosts slasher character's attack by 2.25 times for 1 turn. So it's a very significant type boost, and there is quite a condition on that, but this is mainly just to enable your slashers to be beating content a lot quicker. It is a very conditional special, and it's not a type boost that you'll get that often, but there are still a lot of other great type boosters and other type of boosts you can run on slasher teams that can really abuse this Cavendish as a captain, just to be enabling your slashers to be clearing content very, very quickly. So before we get to the end of this video, I wanted to go ahead and break down his specific crewmate abilities, because one of the crewmate abilities is actually very, very important to his character. So the first of these crewmate abilities, you don't even need to limit break him to get this. This will be always available in this character, and it's actually kind of a drawback to himself. So if the captain is not a slasher type character, he swaps out the captain with himself for 99 turns. So this means that he basically, you have to run him on slasher teams, and if you are not doing so, then he's going to punish you by becoming the captain. So that is going to be a little bit of a drawback. I don't really think if this is going to be a good thing or a bad thing. I think I really wanted to make this character specifically for slashers, and if you do want to run him on a team that's not a slasher captain, then you're going to be punished, basically. But his secondary one is actually very, very good for him as a character. He completely restores special charge time when it gets rewinded. So this is great, because obviously with his special, he rewinds your slashers' special ability, or he reduces the cooldowns of them. So whenever you do get rewinded, Cavendish will completely negate that, and then he'll be able to rewind all of your other character specials on your crews by 2 turns. So I think that is an amazing crewmate ability for Cavendish specifically, and that pretty much well rounds my actually concept of Cavendish. So I really hope you guys have enjoyed this. Obviously these concepts take a really long time to make, so let me know your thoughts and opinions on this specific concept of Cavendish, and I'll definitely be looking into making more concepts in the future, but of course they do take a long time to make and develop, and to actually find artwork for them, of course. But hopefully you guys did enjoy this video of me breaking down my concept of V2 Cavendish. If you guys have specific ideas about how to improve this specific character, or to perhaps make your own slasher meta character, one of the things that I really wanted to make with a slasher boosting captain was to not make it a V2 Mihawk or a V2 Zoro, because the thing with that is a lot of the good slasher characters are already Mihawks and Zoros. So that means that if you have a really good V2 Mihawk or a really good V2 Zoro, you can't run any of the other amazing, phenomenal, powerful Zoro and Mihawk characters on those crews. And that's one of the big downfalls of slashers in One Piece Treasure Cruise currently. So I really hope that developing a character like this with Cavendish, because there aren't really that many good slasher variants of Cavendish. The only one I can really think of off the top of my head is either his legend character or the Dex Rare Recruit version of himself. Another character that would fit the slasher demographic extremely well would be Borsalino or Kizaru, and he definitely needs a V2 in the game right now because we've already had Cruzan and we've had Akainu who already have had their V2s in the game, but it's unfortunate that we don't actually have a V2 Borsalino yet, and I definitely think that a V2 Borsalino should be coming relatively soon. But either Borsalino or Cavendish fit the demographic of slasher boosting captains perfectly because they don't really have that many other good versions of themselves for slasher specific teams. So that's pretty much my idea of making this Cavendish character. But if you guys have any thoughts and opinions or improvements on this character, or you want to make your own version of a slasher character, let me know down below in the comment section. I'd be interested to hear what you guys think about the slashers in One Piece Treasure Cruise currently. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and if you guys have enjoyed it, make sure to go ahead and smack the like button down below, and if you want to stay up to date with all the content I post, make sure to go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below. But on that, I'll see you guys within the next video.